Welcome to the Veritas Sales Expert Plus training for Enterprise Vault Basic Troubleshooting. Introduction. This training will cover basic troubleshooting on the following topics: troubleshooting tools, indexing, storage, Exchange archiving, SMTP archiving, and file system archiving. Let's jump into troubleshooting tools. There are several ways to troubleshoot issues with Enterprise Vault. These include dtrace, which is a command line based utility; Windows Event Viewer. Enterprise Vault generates events for many operations; Enterprise Vault Task Reports. Tasks generate text-based reports that can be viewed in a text editor. Enterprise Vault Status, an administration console container that shows items that need attention. Let's look at dtrace in a bit more detail. dtrace.exe is located in the Enterprise Vault installation directory. dtrace can monitor nearly all Enterprise Vault processes. Activity can be monitored directly in the utility, with the ability to log the output to a text file. The resulting log files can be opened with a text editor such as Notepad. Windows Event Viewer. Enterprise Vault creates its own container in the Windows Event Viewer. Information, warnings, and errors are logged. Task Reports. When an archiving task completes, it generates a report file. These reports are located in the Enterprise Vault installation directory under the Reports folder. In that folder, look for a folder where the name contains a task type, such as SMTP or Exchange Mailbox Archiving. Underneath that folder, additional folders will be available. These folders will have the name of the archiving task. The reports are text-based and can be opened with Notepad. Enterprise Vault Status. Enterprise Vault Status is part of the Enterprise Vault Administration Console. Items listed in status generally require the attention of the administrator. Each item listed has a How to Fix link that guides the administrator on how to solve the issue. Indexing. There are several ways to diagnose indexing issues. dtrace, monitor the following processes: EV-index query server, EV-index volume processor, index broker, and index server. Windows Event Viewer, look for the following task categories: index query server, index admin service, and index volumes processor. Ensure that the Enterprise Vault indexing service is started. If a search fails on an archive, ensure that the index volumes for the archive are not offline or in a failed state. The Troubleshoot Index Volume Errors link provides additional help, as shown in the screenshot. If an index needs to be repaired or rebuilt, use the Manage Index Utilities in the VAC. Ensure index locations are online, open, and not in backup mode if writes are failing. Storage. dtrace can be used to troubleshoot storage issues. Monitor the following processes: storage archive, storage crawler, storage delete, storage file watch, storage management, storage online operations, storage restore, storage server. Also, monitor any associated archiving tasks. For example, if you are doing SMTP archiving, be sure to also include SMTP archiving processes. For Windows Event Viewer, look for the following task categories: storage crawler, storage delete, storage file watch, storage management, and storage server. Vault stores and Vault Store partitions. Is there an open partition for the Vault Store? Is the partition full? If migrating content to secondary storage, is the secondary storage online and accessible? Are the Vault Store group and Vault Store databases online on the Microsoft SQL Server? Exchange archiving. dtrace. There are numerous processes that can be monitored. Some of the more critical processes are journal task, archive task, public folder task, PST collector task, PST locator task, and PST migrator task. There are 4 main task report folders to examine as well. These include Exchange Journal, Exchange Mailbox Archiving, and Exchange Provisioning. Log files for the PST collector, PST locator, and PST migrator tasks are stored in the root of the reports directory. Windows Event Viewer. The following task categories can be examined in Windows Event Viewer: Archive Task, Journal Task, Journal Mailbox Manager, PST Locator, PST Collector, and PST Migrator tasks, Public Folder Task, and Exchange Provisioning Task. Exchange Targets. Is the Exchange target set up correctly? Is the domain configured? Are Exchange servers defined? How about public folder targets? Have the Enterprise Vault system mailboxes been configured on the Exchange servers? Has the target journal mailbox been configured? Have provisioning groups been configured? Have the correct users been added to at least one provisioning group? Are groups ordered correctly to ensure that users are receiving the correct archiving settings? Tasks. Have tasks been created? Do mailbox, public folder, and PST archiving tasks have a defined schedule, and are they enabled? Is the Exchange provisioning task set to run at least once per day? Outlook OWA. Is Vault Cache set up correctly for the user? Does the user system have sufficient disk space for Vault Cache? Does the user have connectivity to the Enterprise Vault server to recall shortcuts in the mailbox? Has the user been enabled for mailbox archiving? Have the Enterprise Vault OWA extensions been configured on the Exchange CAS server? SMTP archiving. Dtrace and Windows Event Viewer. For dtrace, monitor the following process: EV SMTP task. For Windows Event Viewer, look for the following task categories: SMTP archiving task, SMTP provisioning task, and SMTP service. Services and tasks. Ensure that the Enterprise Vault SMTP service is started. Also ensure that the SMTP archiving and SMTP provisioning tasks are running. Monitor the report folders for the SMTP and SMTP provisioning tasks. If changes to SMTP archiving have been made, such as policy changes or adding new SMTP targets, ensure that the SMTP service and SMTP tasks have been restarted. Targets. Is the SMTP journaling target email address routable to the Enterprise Vault server? If performing selective SMTP mailbox journaling, ensure that the Site Advanced setting for selective journal archiving is configured. Have SMTP provisioning groups been configured correctly? Enable SMTP tracking to troubleshoot mail routing issues. File system archiving. The following dtrace processes can be monitored: on the Enterprise Vault server, FSA utility, which is used in conjunction with the FSA utility.exe process, FSA Run Now, FSA Reporting Service, and FSA Reporting Utility. On the archiving target, look at the EV Placeholder Service, as well as FSA Reporting Service and FSA Reporting Utility. Monitor the File System Archiving Task category in the Windows Event Viewer. Has the FSA task been created? Does it have a schedule? The File System Archiving Task and FSA Utility application create logs in the Reports folder on the Enterprise Vault server. Targets. Have FSA targets been configured properly with volume and folder targets? Does the Enterprise Vault Service account have the necessary permissions on the target file server? Have archive points been created? If placeholders will be used, has the FSA agent been installed on the necessary servers? That concludes this training.